A very warm welcome to each and everyone present today. My name is Vineet and I'll be the instructor for all of you. Okay. So starting with methods as we did in the last class also. A method is a collection of the statements that are grouped together to perform an operation. A method takes some parameters, performs some computations, and then optionally returns a value. Okay, so you make methods so that your program gets modularized, and within that, using that method, you can call that method and perform certain operation. Okay, certain functionality. Now what a method contains, it has got 5 components. One is the modifier, the second is the return type, that is what value will be returned, the name of the method, what parameters has to be passed, like for a particular function you need 2 integers, then you'll be writing integer x and integer y. And finally the last one is the body of the method. That means what is the functionality that you want to provide should be present in the body of the method enclosed between the braces. Okay. Now we come to method overloading directly. Now what is method overloading in Java? Now how many of you have heard about polymorphism? Any one of you have heard about polymorphism? Please write down on the chat window. Shilpa says yes, Rajiv says yes, Ashwin says yes, absolutely yes. Polymorphism is one of the concepts of OOPS, according which you can reuse a particular thing, right? You can reuse something like that. One is a particular thing is performing multiple things. That is termed as polymorphism. So using that concept, we have method overloading right here. Now the method overloaded function. Now we are talking about a function or a method. You can call it anything. So overloaded function must differ either by the number of arguments or operands or the data types. Okay, either the arguments has to be changed, either the operands has to be changed, or the data type. That is what kind of value it is returning. That is the data types, right? Or the data types of the arguments. Now the same function name is used for various instances of function call, right? So the name of the function will only remain same in method overloading, but the rest of the things out of which one has to be changed, or else you cannot overload the method. Okay, the entire same signature cannot be present in method overloading. You'll understand it in a better manner when you see this example right here. Okay, so we have got a package. In that package we have a class that is animal. In the animal class we have got a function that is not taking any parameters, neither it is returning any value, but it has a functionality that it will print without parameters. Okay, so this is one function. Now after that we have got public class aquatic extends animal. That means this class aquatic class is extending inheriting animal class. So what happens, we have got public void func integer number. Now this time this function is taking an integer value, an integer parameter into it. Now this time it is printing the number passed as this. So we are actually overloading this function because the name of the function is same, but we have changed the argument. Now this time it is taking an argument. Previously it was not taking an argument. So this is an overloaded method. Okay. Finally, what I did in the main method, what happens, I make an object of the aquatic class, that is right here, this one, aquatic class, and using that object I call the function. In the first function call, I'm not passing any parameters, so it will call the function of the parent class. So that is written without parameters defined in class animal. Second, I'm passing a parameter, that is an integer value, with parameter overloaded function in class aquatic. Okay, so we'll just go to Eclipse, see an example of this. Okay then, so I'm sure I'll have a package for this. I already have implemented a sample for you, so let me just search for it. Just a minute, or I'll just open directly. So all of you till now, are you clear with what is method overloading? Then I'll be showing you example right now. So please let me know if you're clear with that, or else I'll explain it once again. Okay. Rajesh is absolutely clear. Very good then. What about others, guys? Okay, I think this one is the one. Okay, we've got it. So I'll just import that package. Shilpa says explain in short. Okay, I'll do that. Now Shilpa, what is happening? We have a method. Okay, you have a method. This happens generally in case of inheritance, but you can overload a method in the same class as well. Now in the same class, you have a method like operation. Operation is one method. Okay, now in that operation, what happens? You want to make it general. Now if you want to make it general, that means it should be able to add the two integer numbers as well. It should be able to add two double numbers as well. That means two float numbers. Everyone, can you all hear my voice? Please write down on the chat window. Shilpa says can't hear it. Okay, Shilpa says yes now. Ashwin says yes. Okay, good. So I was giving an example like you want to make that addition function, that operation function general, or you just talk about the addition function. Now, that addition function should be able to add two integer numbers. First of all, it should be able to add two double numbers as well. But you can only pass one type of parameters into the add function. So what about that? So what do? You overload that addition function. When you overload that, you make just one change. The name of the function is same. The return type will be different, or if you are not returning, let's say not returning any value, will just print the addition. So we are not returning a value, it is also same, but the parameter changes. That is, for the integer we have got two integer numbers as parameters, and for the double we have got two double functions. So what we'll be doing, like function, right here what we did, we just changed the parameters right here. Similarly in the addition function that I'm talking about, in that first you'll be taking two integer numbers, and in the second one we'll be taking two double numbers. Okay, so the name same, so you just have to call the same addition function, that is add, but the arguments will change. According to the arguments, it will directly call the function that has to be called. Okay, you'll understand this right now. So let us find our program. We have got method overloading. We have got three classes as in the example. So we have got one animal class, that is public void function system.out.println without parameters, and second is public void function integer x system.println the number pass this, whichever number you pass it. So right now in the same class we are actually overloading a method. That is, we have got function, everything same, but the parameter is changing. So we are overloading the function that is right here in the same class animal. Now when we come to a query class, we have got this animal class once again, and if we are writing this, so this is a different concept. This is actually we are overriding it. So first of all, I'll remove this. Okay, so we have got this time we have, in the second class we are actually overloading it. Okay, the same function void fun, but the parameter is changing. So this time we are overloading the function in the second class, which is extending the class animal. Okay, finally in the main class, okay, instead of animal we need Now we have a class of equity class. We can call the function that is present in the parent class, or we can call the function that has been overloaded in the equity class right here. Okay. So everyone, let me know, are you clear with it? So I'll just make it in 3 windows. Hope you can understand it. Please let me know, guys. Please write down on the chat. Ashwin says yes. What about the others? Rest of you, are you clear with it? Shilpa says yes. What about Sai and Rajiv? Then I'll run the code. Rajiv says clear. Okay then. So I'll simply run the code. Right click, run as Java application. And you can see without parameters and number passed, the function name is same. Now I'll just make a very small change. The example that I gave it to you. So I'll make it a, or small a double d, integer x comma integer y, and within that system.out.println I'll print x plus y. Okay, that is an equity class. In the animal class, Control C, Control V. Now this, in the animal class I made a function for double values. Okay, double okay. Now it will also do the same thing. I'll just copy the statement. The sum is Control C, come here, Control V. Okay. Now I come in the main function. In that, what I'll do, I'll pass two numbers, 5, comma 6. And the name of the function is ADD. This also I'll change ADD. And second time I call the same function ADD, but I'm passing parameters as 6.1 comma 6.2. Okay, this is our function. So how does the first method execute ob.fun? What happens when you call the ob.fun? What we are doing in the aquatic class, we are extending the class animal. Okay, Ashwin? So when we extend the class, we can use all the methods that are present in the parent class using the object of the child class. Are you clear with that? Okay, very good then. So our function has been fulfilled. Does not matter as a user what you'll be doing. You'll be simply passing two numbers. Either they are integer, either they are double. It is not up to you. You do not have to think about that. But the user simply can pass the number, and in the background, when it is double numbers, it will directly call the double method. When it is integer number, it will directly call the integer method. As you can see, we received the result perfectly fine. 56, 6.16.2. Okay, it is actually printing. There is a mistake in the system.out.println statement. And even in previous one, I'll have to put in brackets. Similarly right here. Let's run it once again. Now this time we have the correct result, that is sum is 11 and the sum is 12.3. So everyone, are you clear with it? Please write down on the chat window, then I'll move back to the presentation. Ashwin says yes. Rajiv Sai says yes. Okay, then we'll just get back. Now we come to method overriding. The implementation in the subclass overrides replaces the implementation in the superclass. Right now we understood overloading. That means we use the same function name but we make few changes. Now what about overriding? What are the changes that we have to do? or what are the things that will remain the same? Now the name has to remain same and when you are overriding a method. Parameters should also be same. Return type as the method in the parent class should also be same. Okay, so everything has to be same. That means the signature of the method has to be same. Only the body of the method changes, that is the functionality of that method changes. For example, now this happens only in inheritance. Case of inheritance, when a child class is inheriting a parent class, in that case only you can override something, but you cannot do it in the same method. Okay, sorry, in the same class. Like method overloading can be achieved in the same class as well, but not method overriding. For that we have class animal, function integer a, b, integer c equals to a plus b, return c. Okay, it is returning a sum of two values. Now in the second class aquatic we have the same signature, as you can see, integer function, integer a, integer b. But what we are doing, we are printing sum by superclass. We call this super function. We can also do that using the super keyword. In the last class we were we had a question that is on superclass, what is the use of that. So this way you can do it. Superclass, actually you can call using the superclass the constructor of the superclass. You can call the method of the superclass, like that. Okay, so you write super dot function a comma b, and this time we are actually multiplying, we are getting the integer. So functionality of the method has been changed. We have overridden the functionality of the method that was defined in the animal class. Okay, the main method, when you make the object system.out.println product by derived class ob.function 2, 3, so it will call the function that is present in the derived class. Okay, so you'll understand it better when we see the example for it. Now let's open the example for method overriding. Animal, aquatic and marine again. So in the animal class, as in the example, we have got integer c equals to a plus b, return c. So it will be returning the sum of two integer values. Okay. When I come to aquatic class, in the aquatic class I have extended the class animal. Now to signify whether this method is overridden or not, in Eclipse you can mention like this: method override. Okay, @override. If this method has not been overridden, then what will happen when I place this @override, it will give me an error. Like if I change it, I make it a new method. So this is method overloading right now. Okay, I just commented this method is fine for me. Okay, when I commented it, this method is fine, that means this method is overridden right now. Because the parameter has changed, the name of the method is same. But what if I keep the method name same, everything, the signature is same, so that means we are overridden this method that is present in the parent class. Okay. Now in the main class, what I am doing, in the main method, I am making an object of aquatic, that is ob new aquatic, and here what I am doing, I am also calling the super. So it will also write the sum and then it will print the multiplication. Okay. So an object of aquatic class, in that what I am doing, system.out.println product by derived class space ob.function, you are passing 2, 3. So it will first print the sum of the methods, sum of the integers, and then the multiplication of the integers. I'll simply run this code and I've got the result sum by superclass 5 that has been printed right here. That is sum by superclass 5, but it was returned by this method right here. Okay, and then the second part is, I'll run it once again, product by derived class is 6, that is getting printed in the second line. Product by derived class is this. Okay, so everyone let me know, are you clear with method overriding? Please write down on the chat window if you are clear. Ashwin says yes. What about the rest of you? Come on guys, write down on the chat. Karthik says yes. Rajiv says yes. What about Sahi and Shilpa? Are you clear with that? Sai says yes. Shilpa says yes. So I come to modifiers again. So I guess everyone, are you clear with modifiers? Karthik says, sorry for late, sir, being late, sir. Never mind. At least you came to the class. Okay, you'll be receiving the recording. So whatever the part that is left, that was skipped, you can just go through that. Okay, let me know, guys. Are you clear with modifiers, or you want me to explain it once again today? Because we had it in the previous class. But since it is related to this method, so that is why I kept it, so that I can ask you. So let me know, are you clear with modifiers? If yes, then I'll move forward, or I'll explain it once again. Okay, Rajiv says yes. So I consider it yes for everyone. So I come to abstract class now. Okay, we'll understand new more concepts that is present in Java. So this is an abstract class. What is an abstract class, first of all? Let's understand this with the help of a diagram. Abstract class like shape. This is one abstract class. Now this shape includes every shape that is present in the world. Each and everything like a rectangle, circle, triangle, octagon, pentagon, hexagon, everything comes into this shape. That everything is a kind of shape, so that will be included in this. Now, for example, when you write abstract class shape, now this shape could hold any shape, like it could hold a rectangle. That so you'll when you have to use it in Java, you'll be writing class rectangle extend shape, class circle extend shape, and class triangle extend shape. So all of these three things are actually a shape. So abstraction means, now when you write an abstract class, that is you are providing a kind of abstraction, that is you only have an overview what it is, but you do not know the details. You do not know each and everything what it is. Okay, like you go on the bridge and you just look down, you see that there is a sea and there is something present in that, but you do not know what is present inside the sea. Okay, by looking over the top. Similarly, abstraction provides a look, or it provides a prior detail that what it is, but you do not know the exact detail what is present inside that. Okay, now what is an abstract class? A class that is declared abstract. For example, abstract class demo, it may or may not use abstract methods. Okay, now we understood abstract class, but what is this abstract methods? Now similar to abstract class, abstract methods also do not implement the definition within that. Okay, a method that is declared abstract, first of all. Second is a method that is declared without an implementation, that is you do not provide the definition within that. That means the body of the method is empty. For example, abstract void add, you pass the parameters and put a semicolon right here itself, the braces are not opening up. So this is one abstract method. Okay, so abstract class can have abstract methods within that. For example, public abstract class shape, abstract void area, you're calling a method right here. Okay, this is an abstract method, you're making an abstract method. Public class rectangle extend shape, public class circle extend shape. Now we have got two classes, both of them are actually extending the class shape. Now you are overriding the method right here, that is @override void area double area equals to length into width, and @override area double area 3.4 into radius. So what you saw right now is you have got abstract class shape. In that you define a method area. Now whatever shape is present, every shape has got an area. Okay, so you just you define it, you make an abstract method. Whenever you extend a class, what happens, abstract methods has to be implemented right here, that is @override. So in the rectangle, we implemented the logic to find the area of a rectangle, that is length into width. But when we implemented this in a circle, we use 3.14 into radius. So everyone, are you clear with it? What is the use of abstract method? Please write down on the chart window, then I'll move on to the Eclipse and I'll run the code. Sai says yes, Rajiv says yes, Shilpa says yes. Very good then. Okay. So I go to Eclipse now. Okay then. Now what I'll do, I'll create a new project, new Java project. Let's say abstract. Okay. Next and finish. I'll close this. Now I'll just double click that and I'll add a class to it. Class. Let's name it shape. And we'll mention it that it is an abstract class. And I click on finish. Similarly, I'll add two more classes, that is new class. One is for rectangle. Okay. The other is for circle. Go to new class and this is for circle. And I click on the okay. So first of all, in shape class I define a method that is abstract area. Okay. Now within that I'll place the arguments as well. And I just put a semicolon at the end. Okay. So we have got the semicolon abstract. I need to mention the return type as well. So in this case I'm putting void. Okay. So this shape class has got a method that is returning a void type and the name of the method is area. In the rectangle, what I'll do, I'll extend the class extends shape. Okay. Now you can see it is showing me an error as soon as I extend this class. It is because in the shape class we have got an abstract method. So whenever you actually extend abstract class, what happens, you have to implement all the abstract methods. You have to override all the abstract methods. So I'll just click on add unimplemented methods. When I do that, area method comes automatically. Okay. Now in that, what I'll do, I'll simply compute the area, that is integer width length. First of all, since it is a rectangle, or you can simply write len equals to 10.1, sorry, not integer, let us make it double. Okay. Similarly, I do for the width, I declare the width variable double, width equals to 10.2, and I put a semicolon. Finally, I'll print system.out.println the area of rectangle, and finally I just plus, it will simply send the multiplication back. Okay, that is len multiplied by width. Okay, so we have implemented a method. We have overridden the method area that was present in the class shape, and in the rectangle class we are printing the area of that. We have overridden the method. I'll just come to circle class. I'll extend this class also with shape, extend shape. In this class as well, I have to implement that method. I have to override that method. Okay. So radius double radius, or r itself equals to 10.5. System.out.println the area of circle circle is, finally I printed right here, that is plus 3.14 into R into R. Okay, I simply save it now. So we have got two different implementation. We have overwritten the same method that was present in abstract class area in rectangle and circle. Finally, let's have one more method, that is new class main. In that I have my main method. I'll just remove it. Now in the main method, what I'll do, I'll create objects of both rectangle class and circle class. Rectangle rect equals to new rectangle, and I put a semicolon in the end. Okay, similarly circle C equals to new circle, and I put a semicolon at the end. Okay, now using these methods, rect dot area semicolon C dot area semicolon. So as a user, you do not have to worry. You simply call area method and you just pass the object. Okay, you don't have to worry about anything. When you run the code, you receive the area. The area of the rectangle is 103.02 and the area of the circle is 346.185. Okay, if you compute it using a calculator, it will be the same, because it is simply calling the methods that has been defined, that has been overridden in that particular class. So everyone, are you clear with method overriding? Please write down on the chat window, then we'll move on to take inputs and outputs. Okay, Ashwin says yes. What about the rest of you guys? Please write down on the chat. Shilpa says yes, clear. Sai says yes. Okay then. So we come to interface now. Now you understood what is an abstract class. Abstract class can have abstract methods. But I forgot to tell you one thing, that abstract class can have the completely implemented methods as well. Okay, like this is an abstract method, that is fine. But you can also have void like this, xyz method. Now you can also provide the implementation. When as soon as you put the braces, that means something is present in the method, something has been implemented. So in an abstract class, you can have abstract methods and you can have the complete methods. Okay, so remember this. Now when I come to, just a minute guys. I'm sorry. Now we were on interface. Now in interface, you cannot have full defined methods, the complete methods. You can just have the abstract methods. Okay, but when you define them in an abstract class, you mention an abstract keyword. So can you tell me, do we have to mention the abstract keyword in interface as well? Please write down on the chat. What do you think guys? Do we have to mention it? Ashwin says no. Can you give me the reason as well, Ashwin? Why do you think we do not have to mention the abstract keyword in an interface? That is in the methods. It is by default. Absolutely right. As I said, interface can only contain abstract methods in that. So there is no point of mentioning abstract keyword before every method, right? So moving on, interface are declared using the interface keyword. First of all, interface can contain the method signature, that is no implementation, constant declarations, that could be variable declarations that are declared to be both static and final. Okay, Example is right here, a class that implements an interface must implement all the methods described in the interface, because every method that is present in the interface is actually abstract method. So you have to implement each and everything that is present in that class. Okay, so you have got an interface, you have got 3 abstract methods in it. There is a class that implements all the 3 abstract methods right here. Okay, moving on. How to create an interface. So you write public interface keyword demo underscore interface. Now integer add int value 1, int value 2, void print int sum. Okay, so you've got 2 methods right here. One is addition, one is print. So you just give the abstract, that is, you give the signature of the method. You do not provide the implementation of that particular method. Okay. Now how to implement the interface? You understood how to create one. Now how to implement it. So you have got a class class 1 which implements demo underscore interface. In that you have to override both the methods. So in the first overridden you have put the value sum equals to value 1 value 2 return sum, and second print is taking an integer value which is printing the sum of the whatever is passed, whatever value has been passed to print, it prints the that value. In the main method, now it is something like this. You have got a class 1, you've got an interface. Now this interface implements, this class 1 implements the interface, that is demo underscore interface. Okay. Now using the in the main class execute, that is main string arguments, you make the object of class 1, new class 1, integer sum equals to ob.add 10 and 10, and you pass sum. So in the class which extends an interface, you have got 2 methods, print and add. Using add method you are adding 2 numbers, and using print method you are printing the value whatever is the sum of those methods. Okay, so let us get to that, and I'll close it. Let's make one more project, that is for interface. File, new, interface. Let's write interface inter itself. Just a minute, file, new. First I'll create a project. Okay, enter, next, finish. Now in that inter project I'll place my interface. So stores folder, I'll go to new, similar, I directly go to interface, mention a name, let's say demo, the same name as it is in presentation, interface, and I click on finish. So I've got our demo interface. The spelling is wrong, I'm sorry for that. Now in that interface I'll define the same methods, that is void or integer add integer x, integer x comma integer y, and I put a semicolon at the end. Okay, similarly I have got void print, and it is also taking one integer value, integer sum, and I put a semicolon at the end. Okay, now we create another class, that is class 1 new class. Here I mention class 1. I click on finish, which is simple class in which I am extending the interface, that is demo control space. Sorry. Now this is the difference. Okay, the mistake is whenever you are trying to use an interface, you cannot extend that interface. You'll be implementing an interface, implements the demo interface. Okay, now it shows you an error because there are abstract methods present in the interface, so you have to implement all those methods. So write add unimplemented methods. You've got integer add in void print. Okay, so in that you can mention the functionality. Like you can simply return x and y right here, x plus y, it will return the value back. And in the print method, it's system.out.println, the sum is, put a quote, and finally put the plus sign, and you write sum. Okay, I save my file. Now I make a main method, main class, new class. I write main, public void main, finish. In the main method, what I'll do, I'll make the object of class 1. So class 1 OB equals to new class 1 parenthesis, and I put a semicolon at the end. Using the object OB dot add 10 comma 10, and I put a semicolon at the end. Now using the OB dot sum, now I need to pass an integer. What I can simply do is that OB dot print. Okay, and simply I can place the entire this method call within this as parameter, because it will be returning an integer value, which integer value will be sent to print function, and it will directly print that value. Okay, so everyone, are you clear with it? I'll just run the code now. I run the code, I receive the sum is 20. So it was computed, the addition was computed, and it was printed as well. Everyone, are you clear with this? What is an interface? How can you use that? Please write down on the chat window. Each and every one of you. Ashwin says yes, clear. Shilpa says yes. Sai says yes. Very good then. Okay, we come to input and output now. Input is the data given by the user to the program. Okay. Output is the data what we receive from the program in the form of result. Stream represents the flow of data, that is sequence of data. The give out input. To give input, we use input stream, and to receive output, use output stream. These are few terms that we need to understand. So I hope you are quite clear with it. These are very easy. Now how to read input from keyboard. System.in. It represents keyboard. To read data from keyboard, it should be connected to input stream reader. Okay. So it is connected to input stream reader. This represents the keyboard, and it has to be connected through input stream reader. It reads data from keyboard and sends that data to buffered reader. So it is sends the data to the buffered reader right here. It reads data from input stream reader and stores data in buffer. It has got methods so that data can easily be accessed. Okay. So you want that the user should put the input using the keyboard. So system.in is kind of a keyboard. It will represent the keyboard. Input stream reader has to be connected with that, so that you can listen, you can see which buttons are being typed. Finally, that data has to be saved in buffered reader, so that you can use your data for further computations, right? Now reading input from console. Console is the window where you actually see the output. There itself you can mention you can put in the input as well. So input can be given either from file or keyboard. Input can read from console in 3 ways. First way is the buffered reader. Second way is the StringTokenizer, and third way is scanner. Okay. So we'll discuss each one of them one by one. I first come to the buffered reader. You write the buffered reader. This is a class that is present. So you make an object of this class buffered reader. Buffered reader equals to new buffered reader. Within that you pass new input stream reader, which takes an argument that is system.in. Okay. So you're actually taking input from a keyboard. So you write new input stream reader system.in. Finally, integer age equals to buffered reader dot read. It will read that value that has been entered in the console window, and it will be saved in age. Okay. Finally, string name buffered reader dot read line. It will take a string value that will enter and will be saved in name. Okay. So I need my workspace to be changed. So I'll open that. So okay, we have got our Eclipse now. Okay, First of all, I come to input buffered reader. Okay, as it was present in the. Now before this, I'd like to ask a very simple question. That answer you'll receive in the example itself. I would like to ask, the question is right in front of you. Which of the following statement is true? Java does not support inheritance. Java does not support multiple inheritance. Java does not have primitive data types. Java does not support multi-level inheritance. You just have to click on the polling screen and cast your answer. Each and every one of you. Which of the statement is true? Only 33% of the people have answered till now. I request everyone to poll your answer, cast your answer. 67. What about the rest of you guys? Please vote in. Okay, 50% of the people says that the Java does not have primitive data types, and 50% says Java does not support multi-level inheritance. And none of you are correct. The correct answer is Java does not support multiple inheritance. That is, you cannot extend two classes at a single time. That is why where comes the use of an interface. That is, you extend a class but you can implement many interfaces. Okay, I hope that is clear. That is why we have got the concept of interface, so that you can use, that can overlook the limitation that you cannot have multiple inheritance in Java. Now we have got buffered reader. New buffered reader, you make an object, new input stream within that, and you pass system.in. Now you are printing enter your name, read line, so you enter your name. Second is system.println, enter your age, so you've got in age, integer %. Now read line actually takes integer value. Okay, it will be returning an integer value, sorry, a string value, so you have to pass that string value into integer. Okay, or we have got a direct method as well to take an integer value, that is simple read method, that will simply take an integer value. Okay, I'll remove this. And I'll remove this because it will directly take the integer value, and I save my file. Now when I run this code, you can see on the console window it is asking me enter your name, so it will stop till the user inputs a value. So my name is Vineet. Enter your age. My age is 90 years. Okay, I'm Vineet, 57 years old. Why is it printing 57? '90 plus age. I'll just print it once again. Vineet, age is 50 years old. Okay, if I just change it to Control Z and Control Z, save my file. Now I'll just print it again. Vineet and 2. This time it is fine. I'm not very sure why it was giving a wrong value that time using the read method. Okay, so let's try to read it. Read. Okay, the character reads as an integer in the range of 0 to this, or -1 if the end of the stream has been reached. Reads a single character. Okay, so you'll be using like this, that is, you can take the string value and you can pass the end. There is a problem with that. I'll let you know what is the problem. Okay, because myself has to find it because this is the first time that I'm facing that. Okay. So everyone, are you clear with buffered reader? Please write down on the chat window. Are you clear with buffered reader? If yes, then I'll move on to the second input method. Ashwin says yes, clear. What about Sai and Shilpa? Okay, Sai says yes, clear. Now we come to string tokenizer. Okay, it can be used to accept multiple inputs from the console in a single line, whereas buffered reader accepts only one input from a line. Okay, as soon as you input one thing, so it will take one as an input. But if you want to put multiple inputs at one line itself, so for that you can use string tokenizer. It uses delimiter. Delimiter would be kind of comma or any other symbol that you want to use. So it uses delimiter space comma to make the input into tokens. Like, you'll understand it when you see the example. It can be used to accept multiple inputs. Now you write buffer reader. You need a buffer reader as well, but you'll be using the string tokenizer to take the inputs. So buffer reader equals new buffer reader, new input stream reader system.in, and string input equal to buffer reader.read line. Okay, you call this in that line. You start mentioning all your inputs. Now we use a string tokenizer. So in that what we do, string tokenizer equals to new string tokenizer. You pass the input variable what has been taken using the buffered reader into the tokenizer, and you pass delimiter, that is comma. So you mention this delimiter when you enter your inputs in the console window. Finally, string name tokenizer.next. Now, using the delimiter, it will keep on moving to the next part. So, .next token will take the next thing. Integer a is equal to integer pass and tokenizer.next token. So, we are taking two values. First value will be the name. The second value will be the age. So, let's go to Eclipse, see how a tokenizer works. So, the tokenizer is right here. Main. Now, buffer reader takes the input, saves it to the input variable, .read line saves to the input variable. We have got our tokenizer input. It is taking a comma as delimiter. Tokenizer.next should get the name and save it in the name variable. Should get the integer value. Should save it in the age variable. Finally, I'm printing the same thing. So I run the code simply. Now in the same line itself, you enter your name and age separated by comma. In the same line itself, we need comma age, whatever it is. I mention it and I receive the result. Now using the comma, it got to know that the first value is this, the first value is Vineet, and the second value is this age, that is 90. So I get I am Vineet, 90 years old. Everyone, are you clear how to use a tokenizer? So that you can enter all your values in a single line, and using the delimiter you can easily find out how many inputs are there. Okay, so let me know if you are clear with it. Okay, Ashwin says yes. Okay then, moving back, I come to scanner now. Now this is the best thing. This one is the best method how to take an input in Java. It accepts multiple inputs from file or keyboard and divides into tokens on its own. It has methods to different types of inputs like integer, float, string, double, long, byte, anything. It has got different methods for different types, whereas tokenizer does not have it. Scanner, you make the object of the scanner class, new scanner, you pass system.in within that. Finally, when you have to take integer value, roll number equals to scanner.nextInt. If you have to take a string value, name equals to scanner.next, simply like that. Okay. So let's go to Eclipse. We'll see the example for scanner now. Input scanner. In the main method, I create an object of scanner, that is scanner, new scanner, system.in, system.out.println, enter your name and age. So name is taken by this, that is .next, which will be a string type. Age is taken by integer value, that is next int, and finally printing the same thing. Okay, enter your name and age, Vineet, enter. Then I have to mention the age, enter. I'm Vineet, 90 years old. Okay, so this is quite simple to use. You just know that whenever you have to take a string value, call the method next. Whenever you have to take an integer value, you know that there is an int present, you'll be calling next int in that. Okay, and for using all these methods, you should have a object of the scanner class, that is scanner. You can name it anything. New scanner. You need to pass system.in. Can you tell me why? Any one of you? Why do you think we need to pass system.in within that? Waiting for your answer, guys. Because it is the stream, Ashwin says. Okay, absolutely yes. Because we are taking the input from a keyboard, it will be acted as a kind of stream, so we need to save it. We are mentioning that the input is coming from the keyboard. Okay. So I hope you are clear with scanner as well. These are quite simple concepts. Everyone, let me know, are you clear with this? Please write down on the chat window. Ashwin says clear. What about Sai and Shilpa? Very good then. Now I come to writing output to console. The output can be written to console in two ways. You understood how to take inputs. Now it's time to understand how to give outputs. So two ways could be, you can write print string system.out.print hello, or you can simply write int integer input I equals to I system.out.print write input, and this is a new line character that will take you to the next line. Okay, so these are two output methods. So let's go to Eclipse now. We'll simply open the project for output. So system.out.println. Now can any one of you tell me? I'll just copy it. Control C, Control V. I'll write print. Simply write print, and I'll just copy the statement once again. Control C and Control V. Here I'll write ln. Okay. Similarly, I'll do the same thing with this. Control C both of the statements and Control V. Here I'll mention ln, and here also I mention ln. Now can you tell me what is the difference between print and println? Yes, the write function can only handle, yes, can write only handle single characters. Yes, it will be handling the single characters. Okay, that is why you generally do not use write, Ashwin. Okay, now tell me what is the difference between print and println? Okay, Ashwin, you're right. What about Sai and Shilpa? Ashwin says thanks. I'll give the answer what Ashwin said, but I want Sai and Shilpa to give me an answer. Please write down on the chat window. Waiting for your answer, guys. Please write down what do you think is the difference between print and println. Okay, Ashwin says new line will be added in println. Absolutely correct. When I run this code, the result that I would receive will clear your doubts. So the result is right here. First thing prints right here. That is, you can see print ln in the same line, then again print is printed, then there is a next line present, and then it comes to ln. Okay. Hence ln is coming to the next line because print has been printed as println, so it prints first and then it takes the control to the next line. Hence ln is printed in the next line. If you print something after this, what will happen? It will be printed in the next line. Okay. So everyone, are you clear with this? System.out println and print. Control 7, and this is one for write. Simply prints a character, it only prints one character. Shilpa says yep, clear. Ashwin says yes, clear. What about Sai? Are you clear with it? Sai says yes. Very good then. And that was the final topic for today, guys. So everyone, let me know, were the topics that were taken today easy? And were they understood to you or not? All these questions. First of all, tell me, were the topics that were taken today easy? Were the topics easy today? Please write down on the chat. Waiting for your answer, guys. Do you think the topics were easy? Shilpa says yes. So everyone let me know the topics. Ashwin says input using console included a lot of coding. No, that was not a lot of coding. That is why we gave you 3 input procedures, okay? I told you 3 things, but you will be using most of the time the third one, that is the scanner, that reduces the coding part, okay? That only you just have to create an object and finally you can take the inputs, okay? But if you talk about the other ones, BufferedReader, there is a lot of coding. Tokenizer, there is a lot of coding, so you'll be using that scanner. Ashwin says, yes, I'm happy with scanner, so am I. Sai says, easy, very good then. So guys, let me know what the topics that we're taking today clear to everyone. Send me smileys if yes. Ashwin sends me a smiley. What about the rest of you? Shilpa sends me a smiley. Okay, Sai sends me a question mark. Smiley is somewhat like this. I'll send all of you a smiley. Sai, you can check it if you do not know what is a smiley. Okay. So Sai, did you understood what is a smiley? You can send one to me. Waiting for you. Okay, then I hope so. You are quite clear with the concepts. Each and every one of you, Sai is here. So everyone practice it, and I'll just post some assignments on Facebook community today itself. Just go through them, attempt those assignments, and try put the solution on there itself on Facebook only. After solving the problem, the assignment, just send that assignment on Facebook itself. You can just post it and I'll review that assignment and I'll let you know. Okay, so I hope you'll do that. Right after this class, you'll receive a survey to fill in, give your comments, give your suggestions so that I can improve myself and provide you a better class in future. So guys, should I expect that you'll be posting the assignments? The solution to the assignments? Ashwin says thanks, you're welcome. I'll be posting assignments. Will you guys attempt that assignment? Shrai says, yeah, I'll do that. Ashwin says, I'll look into it. Very good. And what about you, Shilpa? No studies? Won't you be doing that? Okay, Shilpa also says, yeah, me too. Very good then. So, but just wait and watch for the assignments. Those of you who are not on community, just join yourself. I'll just show you the community for a while. We are having a lot of discussions there, guys. So you need to actively participate on the community. So you can see 16 comments. There was a post by Sharik, can a Java program run without main? So we had discussion there. 39 comments, that is huge chain of comments. Okay, so everyone post in here and keep waiting for your assignments, right? So it's time to take a leave, guys. Bye-bye, take care. Thank you all for being here today. Don't forget to fill in the survey, okay? And we'll be seeing in next class. That will be on tomorrow. Okay. So bye bye. Take care. Thank you for being here. Ashwin says take care. All of you, you do take care. Sai says bye sir. Have a nice day. Same to you, Sai.